A tragedy set in motion a mission for improved mental health outcomes. I'm joined now by Sheryl Johnson. She's founder and president of Hearts4Minds, which is a nonprofit focused on preventing suicide. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Sheryl, we posted a picture of your son, Alex, on our website today. If you want to see it, they can go to it and see. It's an adorable picture. He was taken when he was 5. Tell us about that picture and how it's come to symbolize the work that you're doing.
Sure. So Alex passed away on August 12th, 2017. He'd been battling depression and anxiety, diagnosed in high school, but went off to college. We thought he was in a good place. And in the second semester of his junior year, started struggling again. And our journey to help him over the next year and a half was difficult. A friend gave him what he thought was Xanax. It was laced with fentanyl, and he died. We spent the year after losing him trying to figure out what we wanted to do. It doesn't matter how you lose a child. I think a lot of people feel compelled to do something when you feel like a life has been lost too early. But we wanted to do something impactful and decided to focus on what could have been better for us as a family. We felt left out of his care and uneducated about what he was going through, and so helpless to figure out how to support and help him. And so a year after losing him, we decided to start our foundation, Hearts4Minds. You can find more information on it on our website, hearts4minds.org, and mostly focusing on a few things. One, just unapologetic conversations and destigmatization. What Alex was going through was not a definition of who he was. And educating and supporting families, just feeling like someone should not go through that journey on their own, and then helping to connect people to information and resources in an easier way, because it's hard to have conversations about mental illness. We used that picture to remember him. He was this great, sweet guy, always from the time he was born, and a dragonfly landed on his face. He thought it was fantastic. So what started out as our way to remember his spirit became our symbol of hope, courage, and change.
And I see you're wearing a dragonfly pin today.
Always people can get them if they want to help support. They're on our website. They're in the mental health colors of green, but they're a great reminder of courage, hope, and change that people do have the ability.
He had a diagnosis of epilepsy when he was 16 or so. Did that weigh in at all on what happened to him later?
He was diagnosed with the mental health issues first. He had a seizure for the first time when he was home from school visiting, and never had another one. So we think it complicated some of the medication that he could take and managing it, but it was just a one-time thing, which I understand can happen. But it also enhanced his mental health struggles. He couldn't do some of the things that he wanted to for a while, and that caused him to fall into a deeper depression.
Do you think we're getting better, our conversations around mental health and, getting rid of some of that stigma?
I think we're talking about it more frequently. I think our teens and young adults are willing to talk about it more, but I think we still have a ways to go in solving the problems. My husband always says talking about it is good, but sometimes it becomes admiring the problem. So we have to put solutions in place that help access to care and the education piece.
So this event that's coming up, this Chalk It Up, is an event that's designed to kind of get that conversation started or to maybe speak more to adults. Tell us about that.
It's a little bit of everything. Everything we do, we try and focus on easy ways to have conversations. So Chalk It Up for Life is for the whole month of May. The idea was to use positive affirmations and positive messages to start to encourage empathy. Empathy is shown to bridge gaps between people because it establishes a connection. And it also, if you're kind to someone, it elicits a positive response in yourself, and you never know what it's going to do for someone else. So the idea is to get a piece of chalk, write a random positive message on a sidewalk, in a driveway, in a roadway. Don't be safe when you do it, and don't vandalize anything. It's just chalk. And if you can, post it and tag us, Hearts4Minds, in the post so that we can just flood the social media with all of these positive messages. You never know what it's going to mean to someone who comes across it.
Yeah, and it looked like there were some really adorable drawings that were out there already, including a bunch with dragonflies in them.
Yeah, we love when people add the dragonfly to it. It helps to reinforce the concept of the visual imagery, but any positive messages are great.
So recently, the city of Jacksonville rolled out kind of a new initiative trying to steer people to resources and also adding a couple of staff members to the United Way's crisis hotline, which has seen a huge increase in calls since it was established, that 988 number. So that, I would guess, be a step in the right direction.
Yeah, we work with the city on a variety of different ways to help connect people to resources. We're in discussions with them. People should keep in touch with our social media and our website. We're about to launch an interactive platform that'll help better connect people to targeted resources depending on what they're dealing with. So we're super excited about that. And we're making progress. The city has definitely focused attention on mental health issues in the community.
What's your Instagram?
It's at Hearts4Minds.
And that's where we'll be seeing the Chalk It Up
And Facebook,
pictures.
yes.
And Facebook.
Yes.
All right. Well, Sheryl Johnson, thank you so much for coming on and telling us about it. We appreciate it.
No, thanks for having me. Look forward to everybody chalking up some messages.
All right.